Well, the new science building gives us tremendous ability to increase our capacity for lab space, to better educate our students, to prepare them for the jobs of the 21st century. We've tremendously increased our amount of lab space, so we're going to be able to do more manipulating of labs in terms of when they're offered, make them more conducive, particularly for the student athletes who a lot of times have labs in the afternoon that conflicts with practice. And so hopefully with the new facility, we'll be able to make some changes that will allow them to be both in the class and be athletes at the same time.
So the improvements are new labs?
One of the big improvements for me personally is the new labs, bigger labs, more labs. We've gone from 1 biology lab to 3 now. We've increased the size of our chemistry labs, our physics labs, and it really makes it much more suitable for students to have access to the labs when they need access.
And I heard that you had a hand in creating or help designing the science building. Can you tell me about that?
All of the faculty in nursing and the science division were involved from the beginning stages. We met with the architect, we met with the builder, numerous occasions, laying out what did we want this building to look like? What did we need? What did we consider to be the essential components that we needed for the new science building? We met with them probably 4 or 5 different times, had input all along the way in terms of how we laid out the building, the colors, the schemes of everything. We had a lot of input all along the way.
And then what were the challenges you faced when building?
Funding is always a big challenge for us. There were a lot of things that we would have added had we had unlimited money, but in reality, money is always an issue. So we tried to do the best we could with the resources we knew we had available. A big part of that obviously came from the insurance settlement from the previous science building when it was destroyed in May of 2013. But trying to build the building we needed with the funds we had available, it was always a big challenge for us.
What are things that you can accomplish or see to accomplish in the future with this new science building?
Hopefully it's going to allow us to do several things. It's going to allow us to offer more lab flexibility so that the students can have access when they need access, when it fits their scheduling. It's going to allow us to perhaps add some more classes and maybe even look in the future at adding new majors in the growing area of biomedical, molecular biology, some of those fields that are really going to be the driving force in science in the 21st century.
Okay. And then for those that don't know, can you tell me what happened with the old science building?
Well, the old science building, a storm went through in May of 2013 through Hannibal that devastated the community. We were without power for multiple days, and the old science building, which was already had a lot of issues with it, part of the building was ripped off during the storm. The foundation had some damage done. There was some separation between the walls and the floors in some places. And as Dr. Allen and the architects really began to look at that building, they decided it really wasn't structurally sound, that there was no sense in trying to renovate that building, that the best thing to do would be to tear that down and build a new facility. And this building that we're in right now is the culmination of what started with the storm and finished up a few weeks ago when we completed this building.
So once you were displaced from your previous home, what were the challenges that you faced, like during the trailer hut phase and all of that?
The biggest challenge we had was the building was hit in May. We had to be ready for classes in August. That meant bringing in temporary facilities, getting everything moved from the old science building to the new ones, and having it ready for students when they got here in the end of August. A lot of people played a big role in that. We got it done. We spent 2 years in there. We were able to keep going like we did before. We really didn't miss anything, but it was a challenge getting everything set up and getting ready to go, just like it was in this building. We were up against the timeline for this building, but we got it all done. It came together, and we're off and running.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, we're continuing to finish the funding phase of this, trying to get the new equipment that we need. We want to modernize as much as we can with new equipment, trying to get everything up and running so that we are a state-of-the-art facility ready to educate students for the 21st century and the jobs and the opportunities that are available for them.